the Viner invasion, the onslaught of Viners coming onto YouTube.
It's kind of just this substanceless, highly edited garbage.
I'm very proud to be from Vine.
There's no way to kill the vine. The vine just keeps growing.
Up on a housetop, reindeer paws, out jumps good old Santa Claus.
So when Vine shut down, there was kind of this exodus of its top talent that basically hopped on over to YouTube and have since become very successful. I mean, you have the more controversial creators like your Paul brothers, Lele Pons, to very popular creators like David Dobrik or Liza Koshy. And all these people kind of built a large chunk of their audience off of Vine. It's also very interesting to me because I somehow missed the entire Vine craze. I don't know what I was doing. I mean, even some of my friends were prominent Viners themselves, including my buddy Jack here, the camera guy. Hey, what up, squad? I didn't like that.
Kissing to you, Aria.
I know, man.
Just kidding. Kissing to my girlfriend.
What was Vine?
It's an app where it's just 6-second videos, you make whatever you want, and it just loops over and over. The downfall of Vine was kind of inevitable because it was just so limiting to the people making Vines.
You had a big following on Vine, so let's break down your history on that.
I had a viral video of my cat attacking me, and that was kind of when my Vine blew up. I gained like 25,000 followers in one day.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Why didn't you make a full-on jump onto YouTube like some of these other Viners?
I was just like lazy and I didn't keep up with consistency, and I think that's what hurt me, but I'm okay with it.
I'd watch your videos, man.
Hey, there's some up there and you're not subscribed, so.
Are there?
F off.
But what makes this whole topic of Viners on YouTube even more interesting to me is the idea of a Vine invasion.
We've lost the war against the Viner invasion, and they're definitely here to stay.
I don't know if anyone else is interested, but I find it very fascinating just because you kind of see now YouTube has been around long enough that we have these different eras. You think of all the old faces from back in the day, you know, your Smoshes, your Kev Jumbas. Now we're in this phase where so many of the top creators are these former Viners. And some of them, not all of them, but some of them have come under critique and criticism for their content.
These former Viners don't have a bad reputation because the internet is just full of haters. It's because their content is terrible.
Look, I'm making this hilarious repetitive content with sexual references that is generally unfunny. Please accept me.
So right now we're gonna hop on a call with Leon Lush. He's a YouTuber based out on the East Coast. His content critiques and looks at YouTube and internet culture through a kind of a comedic lens. He will be an interesting additional perspective.
Roll on there.
All right.
Lush. Does he own Lush Cosmetics?
Hey, Leon. What is it about Vine content that kind of you think separates it?
I will say the majority of people I think that came over from Vine are fantastic. I would say Cody Ko is probably my favorite right now. You have your Danny Gonzalez, Drew Gooden crushing it right now. And they've been able to leave the 6-second format and come over and do a longer form style of content, which is what does well on YouTube. But there's always gonna be comedy or styles of content that I and a lot of other people think is stupid, but still has a large audience.
I truly cannot fathom why this has 4.8 million views.
I think this is like the Vine invasion we're talking about, where it's this different kind of comedy that I feel like people that are kind of down to earth and I guess a little more genuine, they watch it and they're just like, this is really, really dumb.
Wow, I feel like I lost 10 years of my life just now watching that terrible comedy.
I feel like there comes a point when you watch these videos where your brain just automatically dies.
The main kind of culprits of this, there's a company called Shot Studios, your Lele Pons, your Hannah Stockings.
Today we'll be looking at the worst Shot Studios has to offer. So all of it.
I understand there's a market for it because that whole crew came over from Vine and is crushing it on YouTube because they do highly produced things, but it's like these highly produced turds.
And then she tells him to get out the closet.
I think it's about time you get out of the closet, huh?
What? I'm always looking for the punchline.
You can sort of tell that they like got on set with a vague idea of what they were going to film, but they weren't entirely sure.
It's just like a bunch of like uncoordinated things put together. You hear a bunch of these. Hold on, ready? You familiar with that sound? Yeah,
Yes.
there's about 100. There's about 140 of those sound effects. It's always like really attractive people exploiting how hot they are for a couple of seconds, and that's pretty much the punchline. But when you strip it away, there's really nothing left. It's just kind of just this substanceless, highly edited garbage. It just seems like so cold. Like nothing I've ever watched from like any of these people makes you feel like you're getting to see just like a little glimpse into who they actually are as a person. I think what's so great and what so many people love about YouTube is more than Vine offered, like it gives you that connection with a creator. It gives you a chance to feel like you're getting to know them a little bit and you're getting to see who they really are. And I think the people that have done so well in the transition have done that. Aside from talking about these, you know, the ones we like and the ones we don't, there's probably a ton of Viners that tried to be YouTubers and just didn't do so well. I've seen that happen with a lot of different people.
This guy was on Vine. This attractive,
See, that's what I'm saying.
young
Handsome
white
face, nice jawline, got the hair all.
Hey, thanks, man.
That's Vine money right there, baby.
Pretty lights on the trees. I'm watching them shine. To offer an alternate perspective, we head across town to meet with Brittany Furlan, who was one of Vine's most successful stars, but who never actually made the full jump onto YouTube. Brittany Furlan, what do you know about her?
She was one of the like OG Viners. She was on the app pretty early, but I think she was for a while the most followed female Viner.
Did you enjoy her content?
The Vines I liked were different from her Vines.
Your style of Vine was literally you screaming.
Yeah! No, I didn't like my Vines either. You want to say like we're here?
Yeah, I'll email her. Oh! Hi there! Nice to meet you.
Oh, this is Sparky. Right here on my shoulder.
Oh! I didn't even. This is Jack, this is Sai.
Hi,
Perfect.
Jack.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you so much. Come here.
Guys.
All the top performers when I started were like traditional comedians, like Adam Goldberg, Will Sasso, Chris D'Elia, Steve Agee. They were indie comedians, you know, and people were like, oh, this app's cool and like indie, and I was like, oh, cool, like I fit in. And then like Batch and Logan and Lele and Jake Paul and all these like young kids got on and just kind of flipped.
Like the demographic completely shifted.
Oh yeah,
shifted.
like I was doing prank stuff and like hurting myself and stuff like that, and then Lele came along and then she started doing like 10 times more than I was doing, like really hurting herself, like jumping off bridges. So I was like, all right, I give up, you can be number one. Like I was like, I'm not going that far. I don't know what happened, it just got really young. And then I'd have like 7-year-olds telling me to kill myself, and I was like, whoa, dude. Because even reading those words, like for me, just because I already have such bad anxiety and depression, I'm like, I don't want to be around this. So eventually I just stopped. If I would have just like bit the bullet and been like, I'm just gonna go to YouTube, you know, like Liza, all those people, I would probably be way more successful. But I just couldn't, like inside of me, for something about it, I just couldn't like force myself to do something that wasn't really true to who I am.
Do you feel like they may feel the same way, but they still did it? Or
yeah, I think some of them probably do, yeah. I think a lot of them do. I mean, I'm not saying they're not like deep people, you know? I think a lot of them probably are like, oh gosh, this is so lame, but also like love the money and love the attention and love the lifestyle it provides, you know? Because they're like all loaded now, you know? They're loaded.
There's kind of a defined Vine invasion style of content.
Oh yeah, like the Viners took over.
What are your thoughts on that content in general?
I mean, I don't watch any of it. Most of the people who watch YouTube regularly, I'm gonna say are like below 20.
And do you believe that that kind of is what's allowing these people, these Vine tubers to still
of course
build such
because it's
such
like
audience?
they're like still laughing at the same stuff like that like a kid would laugh at, like someone falling and getting hurt, or like, oh, like when you run into your crush in public with your friend but you look like crap, ooh, you know, and like, oh boy, oh, you know, and they make it funny and it's like really big. It's almost like vaudevillian, like they're all just like, oh, you know, the expressions are so big and everything's so intense, and like I think like younger people really react to that.
If they didn't have their following from Vine, if they were to start making that content today, do you think they would still have that same
no, I
same
think
success?
if there was no Vine and they didn't have somewhere to like launch off of, no.
Throughout the day, Jack had been reaching out to his Vine friends to see if any of them would speak with me. And on our way back, he finally gets a response.
David said he could FaceTime. You. FaceTime you.
Like now?
Yeah. Just pull over.
So I know David Dobrik by name, but just break it down. Who is he?
He had a lot of success on Vine, and he has even more success on YouTube. He hasn't had like tons of controversy. Not a lot of people hate his videos. He's like just a poster child for transitioning from Vine to YouTube.
Hello?
Oh, hello?
Hi, am I on camera?
Not yet.
Let me hop in the car.
Okay.
Actually, let me pay for my meter.
Okay.
Hey, David, again, my name's Aria. Thanks for doing this. Are you having a good day?
I'm having a great day. Yeah, what's up? What are you guys gonna bring my mood down about?
How do you guys know each other?
We both lived in Illinois when we were on Vine.
Jack like helped me start my Vine channel.
Hey, you're welcome, dude.
I owe Jack millions.
So I kind of wanted to do a deep dive into how Vine has transitioned over onto YouTube. And so I just wanted to sort of get just your perspective on kind of how that transition was for you.
I didn't make the transition because Vine was dying. And I think that's why it worked, is because I literally made it just because I wanted to try it. What Viners took from Vine, what everybody learned from it, is that like people like to watch things that are quick and fast-paced. So when I transitioned, I took 100% of the whole fast-paced stuff and just applied it to my videos.
You mentioned how you took the Vine elements and you've adapted well enough, whereas there are other creators that have tried doing a similar thing where they take the Vine elements and just kind of make long-form versions of it to not quite as positive a reception.
There are people that make stuff just to make money, and maybe they don't love creating videos, but at the end of the day, if they're getting views, there's people behind those views that are being entertained by them. It's maybe not necessarily my cup of tea, or it's not your audience, but there are younger kids that are enjoying it, and there are other people that are enjoying it. You know, whether the intention is all genuine or not, I can't really complain. If other people are enjoying it, then I shouldn't be upset about it.
What people do to build their audience and entertain people, you know, it's all love, man. I understand it. You know, it's fun to make fun of these people, but they're just doing them, and there's a market for that style of comedy. So I say more power to you.
I think Viners will continue to thrive. I really do. I don't see them going anywhere. I just see them getting bigger and bigger and infiltrating movies and TV and everything.
In my opinion, in about 5-10 years, all those kids that grew up on this, they're gonna have jobs in the real world. They're gonna be the ones that are putting shows on different platforms. They're gonna be hiring YouTube talent to do more jobs. I think YouTube's gonna be a bigger thing in a couple years.
I think it's here to stay. There's no way to kill the Vine. The Vine just keeps growing.
Yeah, I think that's well, I missed the question again. I was just looking at my brand new shaves, and it looks.
They're very sweet. They're super sweet. Hey, look at our holiday sweaters. Check out our holiday sweaters, man.
Oh, those are dope. Except you're like a month away.
I appreciate David Dobrik taking the time to speak with me, although I entirely blame him for my car battery dying during that call. And now here we are stuck in the middle of the...
Who left the car on idle?
There's no need to point fingers, Jack. I think it's not so much Viners or YouTubers, but just personalities now at this point. And it's going to be really interesting to see just how YouTube and the internet and media as a whole continues to evolve over not even the course of the next 2 years, but even like in the coming months. Because that's the thing about the internet. It's a fickle beast. And I keep talking because I'm hoping that AAA will finally answer, but unlikely.
Please remain on the line for the next available agent.
Do you call this Christmas? You can barely feel the cold. You're miles from everyone you love, a place that never snows. And you got no one waiting under the mistletoe. Where do you go?